cool. This is cool. I like the little trees here. So nice. Back to Camping Kaizen. On today's episode, we're going to be exploring Shelby Park, cooking, and then going out and driving to make some money. And then probably show you some of my gym workouts as I make progress. Now, I did start up today's shopping. I got a few items. I got some evaporated milk, so it's easy for me to have while living in my car, because I can't have, actual milk due to no electric cooler or electric refrigerator. But I'm planning on doing that soon. I also got some sunflower oil so I can cook on the stove a little bit better and some other things. So I'm excited. Beautiful. Look at this place. Wow, man. This is so great. This is one of the best kept secrets in Nashville, I feel like. At least for the locals. I don't never hear too many tourists going to Shelby Park. Not that much. I got some little some other stuff. See that? That's cool. They walk over there and get close and personal with it so you can have a shot at looking at it. As you can see here, I got some veggies and stuff, canned goods. Got some whey protein. And up there, got this this portable blender. I got my sriracha sauce here and some bottles. Look at that. It's so beautiful. It's all these duckies. Geese. Do you hear that? Sometimes I like to just come out here and enjoy the nature and the sounds. This is Shelby Park. A lot of Nashvillians don't really come out here that much, but it's super nice. I would recommend coming out here, especially with the weather right now. It feels like it's not quite like 60 degrees, like maybe it's 66, 70, maybe it's the wind. It's perfect. It's not too cold, it's not even really hot either. It's just like a nice breeze. It's beautiful, actually. It's beautiful. I usually like to walk along this strip right here. Kind of walking there. Tell me if you guys like the 1 feet. If you want to see my feet go across the rocks. I'm walking in some Nikes. I probably shouldn't be, but I don't care about Nikes. I'm not a big shoe guy. So yeah, I found a dead fish. Isn't that crazy? Look at this. Yeah, it's dead. I bet a lot of people come out here just to fish. I'm pretty sure. I think there's a guy down there that does. I think I saw him. But yeah, man. This would be a cool place to fish. I guess I could get a fishing rod. I think you have to have a fishing license though. That could save me on some food too. I wonder how much mercury's in this water over here. But yeah, overall, this is a great place to come. Shelby Park. Put it on your list if you come to Nashville, Tennessee. It's a little close to Bear Hill. I don't come to Shelby Park much. Sometimes I do. Like, I'm gonna cook over here, so I'm gonna show you that. But Yeah, it's one of those places where it's very, very peaceful. It's a very, very cool place to just clear your head. Breathe in, exhale, calm down. This is the spot. There we go. Trees are nice out here. We're going to this awning right here. I'm holding a bunch of bags. You may not be able to see it, but I got a bunch of equipment that we're gonna cook with. I'm just gonna show you how to use this stuff, like I showed you what I brought in the intro, you know. It's a lot of stuff, but it's gonna be useful to you if you're gonna be car camping, whatever. So I'm gonna show you this stuff step by step, okay? As you can see, I got all my items in my setup. So I forgot the butane, and I actually need to grab my instant rice. So I'm about to go grab that now. Man, it's nice out here. That tree is pretty. See, that's a pretty tree. Right over, right there. Look at those clouds behind me, dude. Crazy. Sometimes I love eating the tuna out of the packet. That's straight out of there, like an absolute savage. Shit's good though. I remember when I used to eat these MREs that my friends would give me because they were in the military. Those shits were good, man. You've got good stuff, man. I think it's turned on now. Takes a minute for it to usually. Should be good to go. But sometimes you gotta double check it. Stove is on. Let that oil, put some oil on it. Sunflower oil. Just gonna go ahead and add that meat, just that tuna. It's got a lot of protein in it. That's why I chose tuna. And it's cheap. Tuna's cheap, you know. Fish is a protein source. I'm about to watch this wind. Just let it kind of sit. Set it down on one of these freezer bags. Alright. Got some black beans there. I'm gonna drain them a bit. Alright. Black bean down. Some of that liquid can be left too, just make it taste better. Some diced tomatoes. Drain these a bit as well. I like them because they're fire roasted. It's gonna be so good. I can't wait. I'm gonna add the other packs of tuna here in a sec. It's also another pack of tuna. I wish I had a top to this thing. I would have made three. That's okay. So amazing. So nice. Go ahead and let those beans and that tuna, those tomatoes cook really well. Wait, it's gonna be good. Man, this is gonna be good. I love making this. This is one of my favorite meals actually to make. Because I like that the fire roasted tomatoes already have a lot of seasoning. So it's actually not too bad. And then the tuna has like lemon, pepper, zesty lemon pepper, so it's gonna be good. We let that cook. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this tomato. These are so good. Tomatoes gotta be my favorite fruit, you know? Try to keep this stable. As you can see, just adding that over there while that cooks. Like, check the fire. Go ahead and throw those. Go ahead and cut this avocado too. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, why are you cutting it like that? That's how I cut it. So what? I cut it like it's a pineapple or something. Feels like the easiest way to cut it. Some people cut it differently. They use like a peeler or an automatic peeler. I know they have those out there. But we ain't got no money for that. Okay? This is where it gets scary. You gotta be careful. Cutting your knife here. Maybe that's better. You just gotta be careful. You're not gonna get all the avocado either sometimes. You're gonna lose some of it, which I'm okay with. As long as I get most of the skin off, like that's fine. about 40 kg in about each food I'm eating. I usually bring something to measure, but it's usually around 44 kg. Per bowl anyway. So I just mix it in since we got a lot of that liquid anywhere in there anyway. It's pretty nice. I can smell it getting hot too, man. Whew. It's amazing stuff. So the liquid will cook with the rice will cook with the liquid in that instant rice. Looking tasty, right? And let it cook. It's looking real good. Just gotta let it cook now. And at least I'm adding bell peppers to it, and we should be good. We're just gonna cut this bell pepper really quickly. Which I love these. These are my favorite. Quick. I don't try to do it perfect, just enough to get stuff going. Usually I like to saute these before I even put them in a meal, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pour them in there. Usually I like this usually. It's so windy out here. For the bugs. And then I've got 2 more bell peppers for later, so I'll probably come back when I have time. But yeah, it's nice. It's really steaming now. Those bell peppers have been a nice addition. I like to try to put them at the bottom. I really like to put them at the bottom so they have more. Yeah. Again, I wish I had a top because it'd be easier, but it is steaming. It's pretty hot. That shit is good. Good thing is that most of this stuff is pretty good, so it's pretty easy to taste. Let's see if it's ready. Just like that, easy meal, ready to go. As you can see, avocados, that fresh bell pepper, all hot. And you can rewarm this. Usually I'll use a collapsible sink, get some water in it. I don't know if this park provides like any water faucets or anything, because if they did, then I would just put this in the collapsible sink and stuff like that. But Everything seems to be all good. I'm gonna put some of this equipment up, and then I'm gonna show you some of the other stuff I use while camping. Too, when you're living in your car and you've got to, let's say you're like me right now, you're not gonna use your collapsible sink to like wash some stuff out. What I would do is put your dirty towels and utensils in a Ziploc bag. That way, when it's time to wash your stuff, it's not smelly in the car or anything. It's not, you know, if the bacteria is growing in that bag, and then you can just kind of like open that little Ziploc bag into like, you know, your basket or whatever, so you don't have to touch it, wash it, and then you're good, you know. But it just allows you to not let odor take over your vehicle. I do a good job of keeping the car always clean. Like, some people don't even know that I live in my car because of how stealthy I've made the vehicle. Even if they do know, they're like, damn, he made it so comfortable. It's almost like he's not living in the car. It doesn't even look like it. You can't tell at all. It's crazy. I'm gonna show you supplements that I use at the gym. Creatine. I got this from TikTok Shop. Well, it was sent to me for free from TikTok Shop to promote the product. And then I got some whey protein, and that'll keep me good. I also bought a blender today, so I'm gonna show you how I do that. I was gonna show you this, but I don't think I got it charged right now. We can test it when we get in the car to show you how the generator or this portable pack works. But we'll see. These are some other extra things I carry with me. Some creamer packs, extra scissors, can opener, just carrying gloves, extra wires. Nothing too crazy. What's that? Woo! That wind is crazy. That wind's crazy. What I like to do when I cook a meal while I'm out here, before I go work, I just game a little bit. So I bring my Nintendo Switch. I love this thing. Well, I do have like my real gaming PC setup and stuff like that. Since I started car camping full time, I put my, you know, all my regular stuff I had in my apartment before I bought my way out of it into my storage. When I closed my lease, it was crazy. I had to pay like $2,000 to close my lease. And the reason why I closed my lease, because I really didn't talk about why did I start car camping. Well, I realized that I kind of want to try this minimalist life. I was behind on rent, but I was gonna make rent. Obviously, I had $2,000 and my rent was $1,400. And what happened was I went to them and I said, hey, can I just break the lease? And they were like, yeah, that's fine. So I paid them $2,000, and then later on, I paid off some more of whatever, but they didn't give me an eviction. I just paid that $2,000 to be able to vacate without eviction, and then paid them the rest. And I think it was like $600 I owed after I was vacated from their apartment. So I just made sure I paid the rest of that $600 so it didn't go on my credit. And then I decided I'm just gonna start over. This was about 1.5 years ago. And everyone was like, what's wrong with you? You're crazy. You should just pay your rent and got another job or whatever. And I just thought to myself, you know, the dream I wanted to get to was building these YouTube channels, these multiple YouTube channels. And I found that my money was kind of locked in paying for rent and all these bills. And I was like, what if I just went and lived in my car? I like adventure, I like traveling anyway. Why don't I just do it? And my God, was it the best decision of my life. I made the decision when I was 27, about to turn 28. I'm 29 now, and I realized like that was probably the best move I ever made, even though people still look down upon me on it. Some people call me homeless. I don't feel homeless personally. I don't care what they think, honestly, but I do think it's crazy that people are making fun of it. And the crazy thing is now I'm building these multiple YouTube channels. You know, I'm starting to build extra income sources outside of the, you know, you guys know I live drive and I do other side hustles, but these YouTube channels are not side hustles, right? Like this YouTube channel I'm building, Car Central, Show Me Gaming already has, it's already monetized and people are watching those videos. I see the comments, people are really supporting me, and then TikTok certain amount of money for that video creative, and then they have to pay me when they use it again, depending on the company and what agreement I signed. Those are all income sources I built where it's like I can control my life more, and I'm not like tied down by like some rent or even a house. I told myself I would not buy property unless I was renting it out. So if I buy property, which I plan to the next year, I'm renting it out. I'm not really gonna live in that home. I don't see myself doing that. I see myself continuing to travel and see more of the world, but I will pick up assets as time goes on. And I shifted my mindset from liabilities to assets. Now you could argue the vehicle is an asset, a liability, but it's an asset in the sense that I'm just traveling with it, and it's not like this extra expense, honestly. It's utilized because I live in it, and at the same time I'm traveling, also I can hang out in it, whatever. So what's cool is that like it's kind of shifted from, it's kind of like half and half. It's an asset and liability because it allows me to travel and do some deals, go in meetings, whatever, stop anywhere I want. It's kind of nice. What's cool too is that I just love the open road. Like sometimes I've driven like 3 or 4 hours somewhere just to discover what it was like over there, just to do it. Shop for 2 hours, then go work because I live, drive, and DoorDash. Well, because I'm not beholden, I don't feel the stings of most people that say, oh, I'm impoverished or I'm struggling to pay rent. And I'm not hating on those people. I just chose this lifestyle, and I realized how much of life is us just making it harder for ourselves. Like, the more I think about it, I'm like, how many of us are just making life harder than it needs to be? Like, think about it. How easy can your life be if you just minimize most of the stuff that's getting in your own way? I feel like a lot of people are in their own way to happiness. I feel like I found my peace. Yes, there's parts of it that's difficult and there's cons. Car camping, all the time. Or even just having to cook outside like this. Can be a hassle sometimes, but the amount of money I save, I'm learning to get away from convenience. That McDonald's is gonna sting more in the long run than it is if I eat this and make it. Because the thing is, this will only cost me a certain amount of money. If I buy the rice, avocados, all this stuff, like that's probably like 10, 15 bucks. Some of it saved so I can make another meal for later. But I still save my money because if I buy 3 or 4 McDonald's meals, that's $15. It could be more, And also this is more nutritious, so my body's getting more protein, it's getting more actual calories, it's getting healthier stuff. I'm taking these supplements for the gym. You want to eat something that's good for you, You don't want to just be, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be that person that's so into convenience. Like, even coffee. I cook it on the stove most of the time now. Or just go get hot water from the gas station. I put my own instant coffee in it. Get some creamer from the gas station. Or use my creamer packs as I showed you. I'm saving money. That saves you money instead of going to spend $3 a day on coffee. And you don't realize it. Or you can get free water from Starbucks, or sometimes the gas station give you free water. A lot of stuff has been driven by consumerism, which is fine, but it's the cost of it. Right now, the cost is so high that it's better for you to be living an inconvenient life than it is to be living a convenient life. Because some of us got stuff to do, And I feel like a lot of people are not. They're scared to live an inconvenient life or an inconvenient life because inconvenience is weird now. I want you to think about what I just said. Inconvenience is weird now. It's weird. It's not like, if I told someone I went out and cooked like this, especially in the black community, they call me weird. Now, if you were with a group of people grilling, everyone's eating on paper plates or whatever, chilling, everyone's got juice, alcohol, whatever, They'd be like, oh, that's okay, you know. And they bought all the items pretty much from the store. Charcoal costs so much compared to butane. It'll cook your food better, though, for sure, especially if you're smoking steak. But I'm saying, like, this is weird if you're doing it for yourself just to save money. But if you're at a cookout, it's fine. You're spending more money at the cookout. But the more I think about it, I was like, why don't people just cook every day? Whether it's on a stove, at home, or because it's better for you. But that's inconvenience. Why work out outside at the park when you could just get a gym membership because it's inconvenient? You see what I mean? Same thing with buying that $3 cup of coffee, or that $5 cup of coffee at Starbucks. Because inconvenience is weird now. To do things that would, like, even the idea of course, living, not the most egregious action, card gambling, not living in an apartment or a house situation. People think you're mentally ill, like, is he on drugs, alcohol? There's people that, like, go around and lie and, like, say that I don't take a shower, or that I don't, you know, that I drink alcohol. First off, I barely drink alcohol. I usually drink, like, Heineken Zero, which is literally non-alcoholic. I drink more of non-alcoholic beverages. Every now and then I have a beer, but I have a very low alcoholic beer, and it's usually just to relax and go to sleep. Or I take a THC, like, edible here and there. Nothing crazy. I'm not a big substance person, never have. I mean, I guess you could say when it comes to, like, eating a lot of food, that, like, fast food, I used to be big on that. That's an addiction too. So everyone's got their vice. I would say more of my vice was caffeine and nicotine. I was heavy on nicotine and vape use. I used to smoke cigarettes, but I stopped, and then I moved to vapes. I got hooked on those. And then now I kind of, like, I just socially vape. Sometimes I might get a vape every now and then, but for the most part, I feel like I don't need it because I found other alternatives. Exercise, I found, reduces my craving or thirst for nicotine or, like, more coffee. Sometimes I just drink Celsius instead of coffee, but if I do coffee, I'm not spending a damn $3 or $4 on it. We can get rid of that. That's what made me quit cigarettes. That's why my lips aren't as black anymore. I used to smoke cigarettes. I stopped doing that bullshit. I let that shit go. I'm in the gym now. But even that is inconvenience. Going to the gym and getting fit and working out is the only thing that is, like, not weird, but hugely inconvenient for most people. Most people will never go to the gym to, like, build their body up, but chances are you're gonna live pretty long, and you're gonna fight more disease if you go work out. We know that by science. So that's the reason why I'm getting really serious about it and what I'm putting in my body. And I'm willing to go to inconvenient lengths. Even if I was in an apartment, I'm willing to go to inconvenient lengths to make sure that the food is cooked right. I know what's being put in my body. I'm reading the nutrition labels. Because in America, the food is mostly poison. And that's because of, and, you know, we're going to get deep into that. We're going to talk a little bit about that. So I understand. I understand why America had to mass produce food the way they wanted. It comes down to using food science and also thinking about what won't kill you that fast. Like, but they didn't understand that it could, you know, could be linked to cancer, whatever, a lot of other factors. But I understand why the food was developed the way it was here. You got 300 million people here. You have a fast-growing economy. You're the world superpower at that point, and you don't want to have a crisis like the Great Depression again. So let's engineer foods. So even if we have natural disasters or whatever, we've kind of solved the issue of having an abundant food product for everybody. And it works. It works. But there's a lot of problems. I'm hoping that more developing countries learn from science and what's going on in the U.S. and do it better than them. Like, for instance, India, Africa, China, as they grow their populations, or even Europe, because they've banned a lot of things as well. Hopefully the world learns from the United States on what not to ultra process it, or if you are going to ultra process it, maybe there's new methods you're not gonna fully get rid of ultra processed foods, because I think of it like, you know, what if there's a kid on the street like with nothing and they have to sleep in a tunnel or some shit and they need something to eat. They can go to McDonald's if they can get a couple of dollars off somebody. And, you know, McDonald's may not be the best food, but it'll keep you alive. So I do get why it's better to keep the fast food places open for someone to eat to survive for the day than it is to close it down because you think it's unhealthy. And that's the thing. It's like if you're health conscious, they're doing what you need to do and you're staying away from McDonald's like me. But I understand the point of it being there as well. I'm not gonna hate on McDonald's because I'm like, McDonald's could have saved somebody's life for real. You know, I remember those times when I was young and my mom had to buy us McDonald's because she didn't have, you know, nothing to cook with, you know, and she was living with somebody, so she just buys McDonald's at night, you know, as a single mom. So like, my mindset's a little different on how I look at McDonald's. But anyways, that's all I'm gonna say on that. But like I said, man, when I left my apartment, dude, it was hard because a lot of people looked down on me. I lost a lot of friends. You know, it was crazy. And it was wild because, like, I literally woke up and said, why don't I just leave while I can? And I was free. After that, I was free. I was free. And I went through a struggle, of course. It's hard when you make a big life transition like that, right? But when I went through that life transition, I learned so much about myself and who I am that it actually scares me to know that I think I'm gonna be ultra successful in a big way because I'm not just living in my car to be quote unquote free. I'm still playing the capitalist game fiercely. I'm getting money, right? I'm still like doing the YouTube channels, building those, but those are to fund my freedom more. I told myself if I stop living in my car, I'm living in my office of a movie studio or some sort of video editing, producing studio. But until then, I'm in the car and I'm traveling. I'm meeting people, I'm networking, I'm building the content, the catalog, I'm working with other YouTubers. I'm doing what is necessary to win in a game in a capitalist world. But I'm playing on my terms and playing the game fiercely on my terms. I'm living an inconvenient life. So those extra $4, $5, $6, $7 that can go towards an editor to pay to outsource another video that goes towards my channels. Do you see what I'm saying here? Do you get my drift? I am playing through capitalism the hardest game. And here's the thing. It's either that or I would have quote unquote paid that rent instead of spending that whole $2,000 to get out of the apartment. I took whatever I had left and started getting to work immediately on those videos. I started getting deals for TikTok Shop, using that money to pay for outsourcing. Built my Snapchat accounts. I got Minecraft videos are killing it. That's because I had time to sit in the car and game. Now I'm a big Minecraft creator. My face is on those videos. But you see what I'm saying? Then I can outsource that. So you think I've just been living in my car? Not doing nothing? And that's where it's like, and then the most basic thing I can have is a job. I have a job. I do Lyft driving. I do DoorDash or whatever, delivery in store. I do that. So, and the reason why I do that is just to keep money in my pocket. Like, because I'm going to constantly be spending, right? To like keep the content going, you know? So that money, it's in my pocket, right? I'm saving that money from Lyft. Some of it does go towards it, you know? But it's at a constraint, you know, like I'm gonna make sure the car always got emergency cash for like if the car goes out to a tire. That happened to me in the last vlog. Y'all saw that. Went over to Goodyear, made sure they got me taken care of, got back on the road. So have an emergency, some sort of emergency, you know, or some sort of resources. Insurance. I pay for health insurance. Still, I have a cheap plan through Lyft, but it keeps something active because you never know what can happen. But I'm not just out here. I got a gym membership, so I can keep working out, but also take showers and keep myself clean, and still, you know, do my hygiene. You know, so I'm out here. I'm still a contributing member of society. I still pay my taxes, but I'm just doing it in the inconvenient lifestyle that most people will not live. Period. They won't do it. This food is still pretty hot being in this. But I'm sorry, I went on a. But I just want people to. If anything, I want people to watch this video. If they listen to this conversation, maybe they tuned out by now. I want you to know. Listen. Do what you want to do. Fuck these people. If you pay your taxes, you got a job or some sort of income. You're not just on the streets. And you choose to live in your car, don't let it psych you out. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? If you live in your life the way you want to, if you mentally stable, then who cares? I don't care. Hell, people look at me like I'm crazy. I'm clean. I got clean clothes on. Because some people may be around the city. You know, I got a lot of viewers on Facebook. I'm sure they've seen my stuff. But what I'm saying is, you know, I ain't out here to hurt nobody. I ain't out here to do nothing to nobody. I am a law-abiding citizen. I'm gonna pay my taxes. I'm gonna work. I'm just playing capitalism on my own terms. That's it. I'm just playing on my own terms. I'm in the car learning other languages for real. Like, I'm sitting up there when I have time and I'm off work. I'm just like relaxing, reading a book. Reading up on different languages. Just got my passport, got my ED visa. I plan to go to Thailand. We'll see how things pan out. May not happen as fast as I want it. It's gonna happen. You know, maybe I end up going to Thailand later on this year or next year. We'll see how fast things move. But you get what I'm saying, man? Like I'm doing what I want to do. And I feel like it does irk a lot of people. Because I do have people my age, you know, I'm 29, I got people that probably got a house and kids by now. I don't give a fuck. I'm living my life though. Y'all lived y'all life. Y'all got your kids, you got your dog. For me, my plan is to keep traveling and discovering the world. I've worked the past 9 years. I'm doing what I want to do now. A lot of people say, well, why don't you? Well, maybe you didn't make the right decisions to put you in a good. What do you mean a good position? There is no good. There's no such thing as ever a good position. I have no strings attached to America. I have no strings attached to my locations because I don't have no property. That's by design. I didn't choose. Dude, I've had real estate agents tell me I can get a house. My credit score isn't that bad. They said you just need 10 grand. Okay. Finished what I was saying because my phone had died, but hey man, y'all get what I was saying. I'm about to start my day. I'm gonna show you how my day goes as far as doing Lyft driving and stuff like that. And then I'll show you like some of the videos I'm gonna be editing tonight, which I'm excited for, honestly. In my previous vlog, I put sriracha literally on everything. So I'm about to add some sriracha to this. Add even more flavor. Woo! I love that stuff. So good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and see if the blender works up in here. It should, but we're gonna try it 2 ways. Here we go. Let's see if it works, man. It's a blender. Got it on sale for 14 bucks, man. It's crazy out here, right? We're getting blenders for $14. What a time to be alive, man. You can get a blender for $14. Live in your car, got electricity, and can make the damn protein shake in your fucking car with evaporated milk, man. Bro, our ancestors would be so fucking happy. They'd probably be sad that we ended up just not traveling. Like, we just decided, oh, let's be corporate and work at jobs. They probably laugh at you like a motherfucker. Be like, what the hell wrong with you? You're not exploring the world. Nothing against it, man. It's just, y'all don't know what you're missing. We're in the internet age. You're watching this. You're literally watching me do this. From the comfort of your home or your own device. From far distances. It's crazy out here, man. Here it is. So I got my evaporated milk here. Shake it really well. There you go. Done up in there. Some of these can openers suck, man. All right, so I think I should put the powder in there first, and then the milk. But that's the milk there. The whey protein blend. These little scoops that they come with is always so deep in the protein, it can get everywhere. Man, I hate this part. So anyways, here's the protein. I think I need about 1 cup. I think that'd be fine, 1 cup. Nice, it barely spilled. Alright, so now I'm gonna pour the milk in here. There we go. Yeah. Look at that, that's enough milk. 1 can is enough. These are about like $1.19 per cup for evaporated milk, which is much cheaper than what you get at the store. And then you just close it. Make sure I close the top of it so it doesn't spill everywhere. I'm gonna cover this top. Hold on. So as you can see here, it's doing it, but it's doing it on low power. So if you hold the button, it'll keep spinning, but it gets it done. I mean, that's all that matters, is that it gets it running. It may not be going as fast as I want it because it's low power. But hey, I can check it on the generator. On generator right now, I'm using the Cyber Power with a car plug-in. Not too bad. Let's see how well it does it on the generator. My generator is out, so it's a good thing I checked my generator. Well, I think it did it good enough. Let's put it in our bottle. So I bought 2 of them. So 1 bottle, this might sound weird, but it might be a pee bottle. And the reason why is because sometimes when I'm working I like to pee in a bottle. It's just easy. Or if I'm camping somewhere where there's not necessarily like a gas station nearby, I use one of these. But this is gonna be my main bottle for like drinking protein. So there we go. And look at that, it's so smooth and actually not bad at all. Tastes pretty good. The only thing is I have to wash it out, so yeah. Look at that. Protein, straight up protein. Good to go, and I can drink it. Make sure to close it up. My protein drink. Nice. So, yeah, that's usually how I do my days. And yeah, this is how it's gonna be. I'll show you my collapsible sink, but I might add in that clip for tomorrow so I can wash this stuff, or it just depends on how my day goes, because I might have to work through the night and then like go to a gas station, get some water in my collapsible sink, and then wash all my dishes or whatever. But the thing is here's the crazy part. The crazy part is you don't always know like how things are gonna turn out as far as like buying stuff and if you can use it or whatever. So I'm glad that I, you know, if I would have had to return this, then I would have had to find another solution. But I try not to order stuff on Amazon if I don't have to. Once I have the roof rack system, I plan to have like a water jug attached to it, tie it on it, and then I can just like go to my grandmother's house or something, because I think she lives somewhere in Tennessee. Then I can just, or a friend's house. I got a couple of friends I go to, use their water hose and fill it up. Have a system where it goes into a car like a sink, and then I can use the collapsible sink to, you know, wash stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna get wild. I'm excited for it, but things are getting a little, you know, the way I'm living in this car, I'm like still having some of the modern comforts while living in it and also working it. So it's kind of nice. It's really nice.